Both Damson Idris and Michael B. Jordan have some things to say, and Lori Harvey is right at the center of it. Ever since her relationship with Damson Idris came to an end, Lori has quietly been on the offensive. And according to what's been circulating, the split had a lot to do with the direction she wanted the relationship to go. Specifically, she began pushing for a deeper commitment, and that's reportedly where things started to unravel between them. But now, the men in her past are speaking up, and the message being sent, whether directly or indirectly, is that the image Lori has built around herself may not tell the whole story.
That you're the prize always.
Say that one more time.
Just remember that you are the prize.
Yes.
That's like his golden slogan for me. Yeah.
Here's where the narrative starts to fall apart for Lori. When things ended with Michael B. Jordan, she didn't go quietly. She positioned herself as the one who walked away, the woman who simply wasn't ready to settle down. She crafted an image of being selective, unbothered, the ultimate prize. But the story looks very different from where things stand today. Now that she's on the other side of that perception, with marriage seemingly off the table and her dating history becoming a recurring talking point, Lori is finding it much harder to control the conversation. The list of high-profile men she's been linked to has become less of a flex and more of a liability. And this time, she can't spin her way out of it because the men involved aren't staying silent. Both Damson Idris and Michael B. Jordan have made it increasingly clear, through their actions if nothing else, that being associated with Lori carries a certain weight in the industry, and not the kind anyone wants attached to their name at the height of their career. Now here's where it gets interesting. Michael B. Jordan recently took home his first Oscar for his role in Sinners, a massive, career-defining moment that had the entire industry singing his praises. And right in the middle of all that celebration, Lori's name surfaced. Reportedly, she reached out to congratulate him on the win. He never responded. Meanwhile, Lori apparently chose not to attend the Oscars with Damson Idris, reportedly to avoid being caught on camera if and when he won. And here's the part that really raised eyebrows. She was still with Damson at the time she reportedly reached out to Michael. The timeline alone says everything.
One of our exes somewhere at a game somewhere, and I shook his hand. Boy, I can't even touch his ass no more. I better not acknowledge him or look at him or nothing no more. So I'm off limits. If you are ex, your ass is my ex too.
Now, let's rewind. Michael and Lori ended things roughly 4 years ago. But when they were together, the public genuinely believed this was heading somewhere serious. They looked like a power couple. Michael B. Jordan was fully invested. By most accounts, he was ready to take that next step and build a life with her. But then, the news broke. Lori was the one who walked away, and the reason that circulated was that Michael had actually popped the question, and she turned it down. Her priorities at the time, reportedly, were her growing skincare business and simply not being ready for that level of commitment. She wanted her freedom, her fun, and her focus on building her brand. And in the aftermath, Lori didn't show a single crack. She carried herself like someone who had made the right call, unbothered, confident, and completely at peace with her decision. She leaned into the "I am the prize" energy, and a lot of people respected that at the time. Knowing your worth going into any relationship is something worth holding on to. But as we now know, the way that chapter ended and the way things have played out since tell two very different stories.
You're the prize always.
Say that one more time.
Just remember that you are the prize.
Yes.
That's like his golden slogan for me. Yeah.
But here's the contrast that nobody can ignore. Since their split, Michael B. Jordan has done nothing but level up. His career, his brand, and his reputation have all continued to climb. Lori, on the other hand, has been linked to one industry name after another, and whatever happened to that skincare line she chose over a marriage proposal? It never really gained the momentum she projected. In fact, a blind item made the rounds, suggesting that Lori never fully stepped away from a certain lifestyle, one that reportedly became harder to maintain as her circle of connections began to shrink. What temporarily shifted the narrative, though, was her relationship with Damson Idris. The two were visible everywhere,
Red carpets, vacations, all of it. Going from Michael B. Jordan to Damson, a rapidly rising star in his own right, looked like a smooth transition on the surface. And Damson was clearly all in. But just like before, the relationship hit a wall around the 1-year mark. What's interesting is that, unlike the previous breakup, the two appeared to find their way back to each other for a time. But once Michael won that Oscar and Lori reportedly attempted to reach back out, something shifted with Damson for good. He has since moved on with someone new, and Lori has reportedly begun threatening bloggers with legal action over stories circulating about her. Now, Lori has always had a signature move when it comes to public breakups. She says absolutely nothing. No statements, no social media clapbacks, nothing. She lets the internet run wild with theories and conspiracies, and somehow that silence made her seem more mysterious, even more desirable to some. Others simply respected that she refused to engage, which is exactly why this moment feels different. For the first time, Lori is visibly reacting, and that alone tells you something. Word is, and remember, this is still in rumor territory, that unlike the Michael situation, Lori actually took the Damson breakup hard. With Michael, she was the one who walked, but with Damson, the dynamic was reversed. She reportedly maintained the friendship afterward, which was out of character for her, and there were whispers that she genuinely believed this one was headed toward marriage. She was apparently pushing for that commitment, even insisting they build a joint public presence, hence all the red carpet appearances. She wanted them to be a brand. But according to what Damson has been putting out there, that was never the direction he saw things going with Lori. Much like Michael, Damson is at a critical point in his career. His Formula One film was a massive success, and he's laser-focused on being taken seriously in the industry at the highest level, and that ambition, reportedly, is part of what made the relationship complicated. Her reputation, her history, and, according to reports, her mother, Lori Harvey's constant involvement in the relationship became too much for both men to navigate. And now, Damson is actively looking to build a professional relationship with Oscar-winning Michael B. Jordan. The two are reportedly connecting, and what's brought them together, at least in part, is a shared understanding of what it was like to be in Lori's orbit and feel like it was pulling them backward rather than forward. The internet has weighed in, and the consensus is pretty straightforward. Lori made a costly mistake when she walked away from Michael B. Jordan. The Oscar just put a brighter spotlight on a fumble that people already saw coming long before awards season. And now, with both men seemingly aligned and Lori on the defensive, the story has taken on its own life.